Well, now, here I am again, Professor Victor Singingeagle, and we're wrapping up the South Dakota Festival of Books. And I decided to share some of my stash with you guys. Check this out. Okay, now I'm gonna have to mess around with this screen. Bear with me. But man, you gotta see my stash. I'm so excited. Yay! Just like a little kid in Christmas. All right, here we go. Grandma Nitty or Grandma's Teepee. I can't read backwards. By S.D. Nelson. Let's see if I can hold my microphone and a book at the same time and the computer. Grandma's Teepee, a present day Lakota story. And I got them all autographed by the authors. Well, let me see. Where is it? S.D. Nelson. I forgot to get S.D. Nelson's autograph in this one. Doggone it. But I got to meet Billy Mills. This is Wings of an Eagle. I showed you before. But, oh, you gotta check this out. You gotta check this out. To Victor. Let me get it up. To Victor. Wow. What does it say? Believe. Donald, someone Bowman. I believe that is Donna Janelle Bowman. That's one of the writers. I believe Nelson filled it out, or Nelson signed it. Yep. Billy Mills signed it, and his wife Pat Mills signed it. Ooh, it was so cool. We had dinner together, and then when he gave his speech about wings of an eagle, to a standing room only crowd. And I was there, of course, late, typical. So I just squeezed my little behind in forward and sat right there on the floor. And then later on, he remarked about my energy. He said, "Dude, you got so much energy. You just moved right in the front of the." I didn't sit in the front, but I sat, kind of forward and sat right on the floor to listen to him speak. And he was remarking how impressed he was at my energy. And I said, "Dude, you are the 10,000 meter world champion, and you're telling me I have energy." And yeah, we had dinner together. All kinds of fun stuff. I'm talking too much. Here's where I'm from. I think this is a girl who's Taiwanese, who lived, I believe she was adopted. Ooh, her name is Meg. No, no, no. What is her name? That says illustrated by Meg Rafferty. Jade Amez, which is an interesting name. She had to be, what's the word? Adopted. I believe this book tells the story of her adoption. And I know she signed it, but suddenly I can't find where she signed it. Oh, here it is. She wrote it in tiny, tiny. Usually these authors write in Sharpie, but this time she wrote it in this really light blue, greenish pen. Oh man, I'm so happy I get to read all these books. Oh, my old professor. Virginia, Driving Hawks Navy. We got to talk some more. Look at that, to Victor. I'm so happy. And another one from Virginia. Oh man, I'm already tripping over my tongue. It's too bad Tommy Orange didn't show up. I was kind of disappointed about that. What other kind of books do I have? Let me see. This is Unplugged, but that's a non-native book. Let me see. I want to see if I can flash you my booty. Ha! No, Christmas Goat. Memories of My Sioux Childhood by Virginia. Driving Hawks Navy. This one, Big Bang Theory. I just got this at a Arshodin. How do you say Arshodin in English? Secondhand store. Well, you know how book nerds are. This is also from a secondhand bookstore. Haven't even cracked the spine yet. Earth and Sky. Visions of the Cosmos in Native American folklore. Ooh. So yeah, there's all these really cool here in Spearfish, the secondhand bookstores and stuff. The Indian history of the Modoc War. Oh man, I'm gonna be reading. Killers of the Flower Moon. Remember what I was telling you before? I said it so many times. This is by David Gran. Native literature featuring books about natives versus books written by natives. And then we get into the questions of, well, if Singingeagle writes a textbook for his CDL class, teaching students at Sisseton Wahpeton College how to drive trucks, does that constitute Native American literature or not? Oh, this is Warren Buffett's essays. We don't need to worry about that. What is this one? The Savage Years. This book was written way back in the 1960s, and you know it's about Indians. And of course, the whole savage word that we don't need to get into because I spoke about it before. What else do I have here? Ooh, some scholastic books closed for the season. A mystery story. That's not native either. What else do we have? Oh, the Great Sioux Nation. Got that at a secondhand bookstore. The Last Boy in the Universe. But this is also not a native book. But I'm just going crazy because some of these books, they're just all in a big old jumble because I just went book nuts. This book, though, the last book in the universe, is really interesting because it features a boy telling a story where there are no more books anymore. And instead of people reading, they inject stories into your brain and you can enjoy any story you want just by having it injected into your brain. What a cool plot idea. And I guess I haven't really read the whole thing. I just read the first couple of pages. What else do I have? Oh, I gotta show you this big old bag. Look at this. Man, I really talk about getting the bag. Woo! These are all native books here for sure. For sure. Okay, and they're all signed. This is Medicine River by Mary Annette Pember. A story of survival and the legacy of Indian boarding schools. Ooh, and she signed it. Where's the signature? Oh, to Victor. Marionette. Oh, I'm so happy. Okay, what else we got? What else we got? Oh, here's another one. Far from the Forest by Tracy Hauff. It's talking about the interaction of a little native girl and monarch butterflies. And I got to chat with Tracy, and she signed. Again, this is a kid's book. Wahpeton. This, I wonder why she didn't sign the top where it is in Dakota language. This book belongs to Victor. Plant milkweed to save the monarchs. And then I think that says Tracy. Yes, Tracy. Right on. What else do we have? Oh, this is just a magazine in South Dakota. Let me see. Oh, here's something else from the South Dakota magazine or called Oakwood. I'll talk about this another time, but they're looking for writers. And if you're a good writer, why not? Let me see my bag. What else do I have here? Right. Tiffany Midge again. Oh man, we had just came back from having Chinese dinner today, and I did not want to film her because it seemed like it was making her uncomfortable to be filmed, and I didn't want to make her feel any worse. So we just hung out and had dinner and stuff and chatted. It says here to Victor, so glad you came to Spearfish. So wonderful to see you. Hugs and kisses, or kisses and hugs, Tiffany Mitch. Aw, they're so sweet. I can't wait to read this book. Dreamcatcher in the Rye. And look at how she spelled rye. Oh, and that's when she was in her goth girl phase. Let me see. She hates it when I say that. I already showed you the Bad Indians book club. This is more of a memoir by Patty Krawick. She wasn't here. She didn't sign it. I told you about this book. This is not a native girl, but she's a Singaporean Chinese girl, super brain. She lives in Silicon Valley. She's a computer programmer. Her name is Kyla Zhao, or Zhao Jia. Too bad she didn't write it in Chinese. It says to Victor, love Kyla, South Dakota 2025. Oh, that's so cute. But it's about a little girl who plays chess, and she's trying to be the best chess master. May the best player win. And she gave a speech about combining the sciences with, how do I say, with arts, the arts of literature. This is jealous. I think a woman handed me this. She is Christian. She writes Christian fiction. She's not native, but she just handed it to me. I don't think she even autographed it. First Laugh, Welcome Baby. Roseanne Tahe and Nancy Bow Flood, they were telling me that in Navajo tradition, there's a special ceremony, a welcome ceremony for new babies when they do their first laugh. That's kind of cool. So don't let, as Tiffany keeps saying, don't let people tell you that Indians are not funny. Here is Bury My Heart at Chuck E. Cheese's, which I read some to you guys last time, and Tiffany signed it for me again. Live, love, laugh at the patriarchy. Love, Tiffany Midge. That's so cute. What else? Oh, here's one of her earlier books, A Woman Who Married a Bear by Tiffany Midge. Ooh, let's see what she wrote in this one. Tiffany Midge. Bears will be bears. Oh, I remember she said that before. What is this? Water Runs Through This Book by Nancy Boflet. She gave me these books for free. Wow, talk about some awesome writers and artists. And this one is High Hawk by Amy Frickholm, and she signed it, and she said she was really impressed with my stories about surviving Catholic school. So she wrote in here to Victor, thank you for your light, Light, Amy. That is so cool. Oh man. So she asked for my email, and she wants me to tell her more Catholic school stories. This guy didn't show up. Chris Latre, Becoming Little Shell, A Landless Indian's Journey Home. And this is something I was telling you guys about before. It's a little bit where, almost like an urban Indian experience, kind of, sort of, where these Indians, there's a whole termination phase that Indians, we had to survive. And it was the same up in Canada as well, where the idea was to terminate Indian status so that way the government doesn't have to be responsible for all the natives, with whom the native nations, with whom they had already signed treaties. So if we get rid of them and say they no more, that all the Indians died out or are extinct, we don't have to pay for them and take care of them anymore. So that's what the government was doing. These are just books I got for free. Switch by Kevin McConnelly. What is this one here? Jacqueline Woodson, Miracles Boys, and Every Time a Rainbow Dies by Rita Williams Garcia. So yeah, I got a whole lot of reading to do. This is so fun. How much time do we have here? 13 minutes and 57 seconds. Right. No, you know what? I'm going to try to do this. Let me see. Is it still recording? It is. Goody goody gumdrops. Nope, 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 nope. This is too much. I'm going to stop it here because I make my videos way too long. And in the second segment of our video, I'm going to share with you some of the stuff that we spoke about in writers' workshops, I guess is the best way to put it. And I will make it relevant to you, or I should say us, as students of Native literature. Okay, stop it there. Thank you so much. Talk to you later. Bye bye.